5, 4. Oh, we're live. I don't know what I was doing with the countdown. We are now live, guys. If you guys haven't already, we do this podcast live, so make sure you subscribe to both YouTube channels. This one is the Fantasy Couch Podcast YouTube channel. You can catch it, of course, on YouTube. It's always much more fun live. And my name's Hussein the Brain, by the way. This is our podcast, and I'm joined with Mike Mattal. What's up, man?
What's up, brother? You can't tell right now, but my palms are very sweaty. It's because of the playoffs and how much pressure is on this week. Yeah. But I'm excited.
I tell everyone, stop being, because I'm worried. They use words like, I'm worried, do you trust, I'm scared. And I always tell people on social media, don't be scared. And I give them the flex emoji, the bicep flex, like be strong, you know, like man up, get the W. And yesterday I was a little bit scared. You know, it was a little bit like, oh man, I really, really want to win. You know, that's what playoffs does to you. But today I had a calmness. I'm ready again. And that's just how you got to be. I benched Mike Williams in one league. Not scared, though. It's okay, because I knew I would have made that move. I knew he was a good start. Like, I liked him. Like, I picked him in DFS. But I did go up against Tyreek Hill. So it evens out a little bit. Tyreek Hill put up a dud, and Mike Williams went off on my bench. So let's see how he does. I'm confident with what I did. I benched, what do you think? I benched Mike Williams and started DJ Moore. In hindsight, of course, that's horrible. But going back in time, what would you have done?
I don't know. I think I would have probably, if it was between DJ Moore.
Yeah, that's it. Because I'm not, because none of the other guys were like in question. You would have went big Mike Williams in a great matchup.
I think so. I mean, I'm not a big DJ Moore fan.
No, I just feel like the Panthers are going to really need to throw the ball, and he does line up at the slot sometime. I feel like he's going to have some good matchups.
Yeah.
And do well. So it's definitely not going to do anywhere near what Mike Williams did.
Well, no one could predict that, like, Mike Williams would have had this good of a game. Like, I don't care who you are. There's no way you could be like, oh, yeah, he's going to go off for 34. Like, there's no way.
Technically, I did predict that. It's weird. I didn't.
Oh, well, then
that's your fault. Well, hey, technically, let me explain. So I tweeted after pretty much when the game was over, I tweeted, Big Mike Williams, the prophecy has been fulfilled.
Ooh.
I did say he was going to get 11 touchdowns this year. And I think I was counting just because I'm out of curiosity. I think he was at 7 or 8, something like that. So the prophecy's basically been fulfilled by getting that 2-point conversion and 3 touchdowns. Did he get two receiving and 1 rushing?
Yeah,
and a 2-point conversion.
And he had like the best game like a receiver could have.
The prophecy has been fulfilled. So I know in one league, my worst league, I drafted Derrick Henry and Mike Williams, and it's like, wow, guys, thanks for really coming through when I didn't need you. I was in last place, like see, and that, you know, I admitted how I did so bad in the couch league by not picking C-Mac. Like, that was not luck. That was not unlucky. It's just,
I'm happy you did.
Should have went C-Mac. Yeah, and you got C-Mac. Now you're in the playoffs. You're doing well. But in that league, I'd say it was a lot of luck, a lot of being unlucky. I drafted McKinnon. I drafted DJ. I drafted Big Mike Williams. You know, it was just like a lot of unlucky things. But I still ended up, and what people really scrutinized me for was drafting too many running backs. And
that's not bad.
I mean, yeah, that's that. They were wrong, and not having a good quarterback to compete. By the way, I drafted Patrick Mahomes and Matt Ryan, so they were wrong about you know what caused my team to be bad. So I actually started doing well. I was in 12th place, like winless. Now I'm in like 8th place or something, 9th. I don't know. I got 5 wins. Whatever.
Bad.
It's all good. We have an interesting show for you guys today. We're going to have some sexy topics like who should be MVP. And then we're going to also have some efficient topics, some topics that I think is going to help you out in fantasy. Because right now, the mindset's kind of like just win and start your players. But there's more to it than that. And these 1 in 1,000 chances that we don't really want to waste time with talking usually. Now is the time to think about that. If it's going to help you 0.01%, now is the time to do that type of stuff. Because the games are magnified, they're intensified. It's so much more important than just before, when it's week 1. We don't want to talk about silly stuff. Now the silly stuff might just help you get the W. So we're going to talk about that. Of course, we're going to be answering your fantasy football questions, and I do have a big announcement. It's going down this week. Before we get into all that, I want to thank my sponsor, our sponsor, PFF, Pro Football Focus. Go ahead and check them out. Go to profootballfocus.com and prepare to win today. Want to shout out everyone that's tuning in live. Again, we're live on YouTube, Fantasy Couch Podcast YouTube channel. Adam is in the building. Mr. Beast, Jason, Noel,
What
Alberto,
up?
Joseph. Who else we got? Ryan. And
Ryan.
That's it. Let's go.
It's okay. These are they're gonna benefit from this. I promise you that.
About half the people that are live never ever, like when I say they've never ever participated in the chat. I always thought that everyone live would participate at some point.
Yeah.
But like with this one really big fan, he's been subscribed for over 4 years, 4 or 5 years. And no, actually, maybe even 6. Yeah, around that, 5 or 6 years, and tunes into every live stream. Has never left a comment on YouTube. Never commented on the live chat. Yeah, I mean, but everyone's different. Just for some reason, I just thought everyone comments. Who else is in the building? John, Roger, what's up, guys? Momentum Wins. What a screen name. What a name right there. Let's talk about playoff strategy, and I explained this 1,000 times, so I'll start off with mine, just mainly because I want to talk about it, because talking about when I write this out, it's very hard, it's much harder to explain, but verbally, or if I'm showing you, it's much easier to explain, and that's to not start a Thursday night football player at flex. So over 99% of you listening or watching this have a flex spot in your league. Do not start a Thursday night player at the flex spot. Your goal every week is to do your absolute best to keep that flex spot available for as long as you can. So for some reason, people start their worst player in flex, like their third best running back or third best wide receiver in the flex spot. Naturally, just that's what most people do. Don't do that. Keep it as open as possible. So start the Sunday night players, the Monday night players in flex. Now, why? Because if there's a late scratch, a last minute scratch that's unexpected, and you need an emergency start, it gives you more flexibility to be able to pick from a larger pool of players. You can pick a wide receiver, a tight end, a running back. And if this happens Sunday night or Monday night, it's going to be slim pickings. And believe it or not, every year this has happened. If I put you on the spot, you probably won't be able to think of this, Mike. But remember, Reggie Bush slipped on some ice during pregame warmups, late scratch. Do you remember that?
Yeah, I do.
I think he was on the Bills, maybe. I don't know. Or Lions, actually.
Lions, for sure, yeah.
Yeah. Cam Newton got into a car accident. That wasn't a late scratch, but still, it shows like something could happen game day. You can get into a car accident. Remember, this player was reaching for some pizza and crashed his car. I think that was a Detroit Lions player too. A long time. That's like when me and you were.
I know who it was. Like Nate Burleson.
Yeah, it was. Like when he was
Nate
on the
Burleson.
Lions or Seahawks. Yeah. That was a while ago. That's back when we were in college and whatnot.
Yeah.
And then Doug Martin is some kind of PEDs or some kind of in-game personal issue. Late scratch, by the way, guys. That was, I think, in 2016. I had him on my team. I had him in RB. I had to pick an emergency start the last second. It was the second wave of games, I believe. They were playing the Saints. I don't know how I remember all this. That year I won, by the way. So these type of 1 in 1,000 situations can help you win. So keep the flex spot open for as long as you can. Any more advice and playoff advice you got?
Yeah, well, first, one thing I would say is you should definitely be handcuffing your main running backs. I don't need to tell you like who to handcuff. Like, who your best running back is.
Rod Smith.
Um, yeah, I mean, we can go down the line, but the point is you should be handcuffing them right now, for obvious reasons. Another thing is I would say that you should try to not get too attached to the players on your bench. For example, on my bench in one league, I had Tevin Coleman and I had who was the other guy? Tevin Coleman, Sony Michelle. So those are two names, like it's kind of hard. Like people they'd be hesitant usually to drop people like Sony Michelle or Tevin Coleman. But the fact is, those two players are trending downward. And I know that I have to go for broke. I can't just hold on to them because like they got me here or they played good in the past and they're just wasting spots on my bench where I could have picked up like an up and coming running back like I did this week. I picked up Damian Williams, who did great, and Justin Jackson. So now my opponents can't pick them up, and I had them on my bench. And Sony Michelle's out there, Tevin Coleman's out there, but I don't care if my opponents pick them up. I actually want them to pick those two players up, So basically, you have nothing to lose anymore at this point. You have to do moves that will ensure you the best chance of winning. There's nothing else after this. Like you have to win this week, and then if you win this week, you have to win next week, and that's all. There's nothing else to look forward to. So be short-sighted. Doesn't matter. Drop all the dead weight on your team that you have and make the best move possible.
Yeah, let your opponent have a Tevin Coleman nervous breakdown or
yeah.
Sony Michelle nervous breakdown.
Exactly.
You guys know what I'm talking about. You guys own these players. So I did a oopsie. Mike, I think it's time to admit you're a oopsie. Didn't you bench Damian Williams?
I did, but okay. Who
over Lindsey? Don't even include
okay,
Chubb.
Maybe, but Lindsey.
Listen,
I mean, it's not like Lindsey is bad. Like
Lindsey's great, but why I would have started Damian Williams? Go hard or go home. Why I would have started Damian Williams is because after this Sanders injury, and they traded away Demaryius Thomas, defenses really focus on stopping the run. And Browns suck at stopping the run, but I still would have went Damian Williams. I would have took the risk. It's really close, though, and Lindsey's a much safer option.
I just didn't want to get too cute. Obviously, I thought of it, but it's just hard at this point, because I didn't want to get too cute and do something where I would regret. When Lindsey actually has got me here, I mean, he's been very good
similar situation to me benching Mike Williams, if you think about it. Because
Yeah,
I'm like, Mike Williams, good matchup. Basically same for you, good matchup.
Check.
Touchdown dependent. And you're like, is Sharkhandrick West going to do anything? Nah, you didn't even see the field. Or is Darrell Williams going to be involved? So there's risk for sure. And one reason Mike Williams balled out, guys, I mean, the main reason, Keenan Allen was injured. Huge injury. Yeah. So it was a bit of luck. And I still think if Keenan Allen played, I still think Mike Williams would have been decent, maybe 20 fantasy points. Or maybe just, still been like, I should have started him. But, it is what it is. So Mike did a oopsie. I did a oopsie. But we're still in it. And we, like my opponent, you're playing against Tyreek Hill too, huh?
I did. I played against Tyreek Hill in 2 leagues. So this was the best outcome for me for a Tyreek Hill game that could happen. So I'm very happy about that.
You benched a player that went off. I benched a player that went off. But in those leagues, we are going against Tyreek Hill.
Hey, optimal outcome.
What did he get? 6.6? Some 7 fantasy points?
Yeah, like 6 to 8 points, which is like crazy.
That's very bad for the top 3 wide receiver.
And then with a plus matchup, like he had a great matchup. It's crazy how he didn't. I don't know, like how come they couldn't get him the ball? It's weird.
Well, he did have a little bit of an injury, but
it's true.
But it is what it is. I mean, it's Patrick Mahomes wasn't throwing too many touchdowns this game.
It was a heel injury, so like I'm sure it was painful he couldn't have the explosion that he's probably used to, So maybe that was it.
Whatever. I don't have Tyreek.
I'll take it.
I'll take it.
I was really happy, honestly, with that. That was the only thing
Um,
that scared me.
so you were this is like the most you've texted me for like
I
opinions, but
know.
I didn't even get back to your last text.
Oh, what was
Just
it?
imagine how insane today was for me. Like, what is all our fans, all our followers are in the playoffs? No, that's not a lot of them are, which is great.
Maybe they are because of us.
Yeah.
I we're in the playoffs.
My phone was going disgusting today. I couldn't believe this has never happened. And so I couldn't. So you were talking about and this is with your point you're making, talking about dropping Trubisky. Like I didn't have time to look at who Trubisky plays week 16. They play the Niners.
Oh, week 16, yeah, the Niners. Yeah.
So I'd be like, whatever you got to do. Yeah, if you're gonna, I would drop Trubisky and start Lamar Jackson, and that's kind of sticking with the point you're making. It's not a dynasty league, so you don't need to keep Trubisky, and it's not like a five player keeper league, which I probably still wouldn't keep Trubisky, but you're not keeping him next year. You don't need him week 17, so just drop him. Drop what you got to do to get a win this week. So guys, you want to be laser focused on getting a win week 15. The second priority is week 16. And then third priority is like your life, like your regular job and your family. And I'm just kidding. But knowing most of you guys, that's how it really goes. Get your priorities straight.
Yeah.
Focus the laser on the right thing, and that's fantasy playoffs. Don't worry. Sure. You get back to your job in a couple weeks. Well,
it'll still be there.
Yeah, it'll still be there. Come on.
For most.
Do enough.
Unless you're in retail, then.
Do enough to get by. You'll be fine. But you guys get my point. So laser focus on doing whatever you can for week 15. Once you've done that, you're like, okay, I've increased my percentage of chance of winning for week 15 as much as I can. Whether that's dropping a player that has a name like Mike did, or, dropping Trubisky, or picking up Lamar Jackson, whatever you got to do, or blocking. Did you talked about that a little bit? Blocking your opponent from picking
people. If for instance, I blocked them from picking up Damian Williams but I had to drop Sony Michel, but I had to do what I had to do to make sure my opponent didn't pick up Damian Williams.
Yeah, because it was a good start. And me and you were both telling everyone to start him. So
I'd rather him blow up on my bench than on someone else's starting flex spot. You know what I mean?
Exactly. So, or let's say you're in a deep league and somebody owns Spencer Ware and you picked up Darrell Williams, or even Sharkhandrick West, which was the wrong guy. Like it didn't, but still, at least think about it. What can you do? Does your opponent have a defense? Because you're only worried about one opponent now for week 15. Exactly. Does your opponent need a defense really badly? Maybe I pick up the Bills D. It depends. Or and then after you're done that, your duties with that, then you go to week 16. So what are my two likely opponents? And then you look at that, because you're only going to face one out of two opponents for next week.
Study the teams. Yeah. Study your opponents right now. Especially who you think you're probably going to play, but it doesn't even matter. Study the other two opponents that you're not playing this week, because then you'll get a head start and start to see what strategies you need to do.
Noel says sweaty game today.
Very sweaty.
Hey, I was cool. I don't know. I was in that mode yesterday, but today I had a calmness. I don't know if it was just all the work I had to do, but today I had a calmness over. Even when Mike Williams is scoring touchdown, still was calm. But it was a good game. It was kind of a shootout. I think Patrick Mahomes, a little disappointment, for
what happened? That's not good, though. That doesn't bode well. I just hope he doesn't have one of those Deshaun Watson seasons next year where he just kills it, and then the next year they figure him out, and then he's not.
Not a chance, bro. Unless as long as he has a supporting cast, not a chance. Yeah, not next year, because Kelsey's not super young, but next year he's still not going to show signs of aging. I think he'll be 30 years old.
He's good.
Yeah, there's no way, because I'm watching this game, and every throw Mahomes makes, that's even when he throws it out of bounds, I hold my breath and I'm like, maybe somebody catches it. Even though he's hitting the guys on the sidelines, the fans, I'm like, maybe this is a miracle play. Could this be the next miracle throw he makes? The guy is that good. No look passes. He likes Steph Curry out there, man.
Yeah, he's got that light skin swagger.
Yeah,
But the one
it's
thing I
good.
noticed about him, he doesn't take bad hits a lot, like, if at all. Like, he's able to minimize damage. Like, he's not like Jimmy G where he's, dumb and trying to stay
He
in bounds.
doesn't
Like, he does the
take
right
off
thing.
running.
Yeah, he's smart.
He's Aaron Rodgers 2.0.
Yeah.
It's like we just have to admit it. Aaron Rodgers, one of the biggest busts this year in
Mhm.
fantasy football. Let's call it as it is, guys, because Aaron Rodgers was going late round 2 some drafts.
Ugh,
Early round 3, disgusting.
horrible.
That's a huge bust.
You probably lost
And
if
Patrick
that's what you
Mahomes
did.
plays exactly the same way Aaron Rodgers does, just better
Better.
in every
He's
aspect.
MVP. Yeah.
Bigger arm, making more wow throws on the move. He's faster with his when he sprints to the sideline and makes a crazy throw.
He can do no-look passes. No quarterback
Yeah, it's just
does that
it's
or has done
nasty.
that at this level.
It's disgusting, dude. It's
Yeah.
disgusting. Because remember, there was 2 years ago we were always talking about these Aaron Rodgers highlights. Look at him. He's like Pacquiao. He's like Steph Curry.
It's like
Well, that's when Pacquiao was dope too. He still had height.
Yeah.
So now it's like that's boring. What boring highlights? Now put on Mahomes, and it's basically what we're talking about, but just way better. It's just better. Oh,
this might be the best quarterback season of all time.
best segue too.
Yeah.
So guys,
Yeah,
who do you
perfect
think?
segue.
Who do you? And we'll get to your questions. Don't worry, no one's tuning in. We'll get to everybody. No one's live.
Two each.
2 questions each, maximum. Yeah. Because every time I say it, they just go crazy with the
I
questions.
know.
So,
2 each, guys. Relax.
who should be MVP this year? And I have some suggestions. It's basically, to me, it's Mahomes versus
Sure.
Breeze.
Yeah.
But as other people have been, telling me,
right.
I've just included them. People have tweeted me back with Gurley, Rivers, and Andrew Luck. Joseph says Kermit should be MVP. I agree.
Yep.
I think
Kermit.
it's Mahomes. Who do you think, Mike?
I mean, clearly it's Mahomes. I mean, when Breeze was breaking the record, I had he could have been MVP at that point. But then obviously the Saints kind of fell off as a team as of late. So Mahomes just took over, especially after that, epic Monday Night Football game. I think that's what really put him over the edge. It was at another level, and he probably will break Peyton Manning's touchdown record, single season touchdown record this year. And if you do that, I mean, you got to be MVP. You have to be.
You know why Breeze? Yeah, during that time when he set the record and they had the ball. The guy came out with the white gloves and stuff. He had the juice.
Yeah,
he was on fire, and what happened was I watched Brett Coleman's video about how the Cowboys stopped the Saints. And he went over some very extreme stats. Basically, on third down, he goes to Mike Thomas or Kamara, and that's it.
And
And there's zero other. I mean, there's no other options. Yeah, but it's like if you can defend those two guys,
then it's done.
It's good. And the Cowboys had the personnel to do it. So what they had a good corner, or they put a cornerback on Kamara on third down, because it's not necessarily that, it's more of a passing situation. So they put a cornerback on Kamara and they mixed it up. So either you have a shutdown corner on Mike Thomas, or you double him, or you throw some zones at him, and you have a cornerback on Kamara. So teams have figured out how to stop. I mean, easier said than done. But with those two weapons, Kamara and Mike Thomas, it's kind of limited. Mahomes, look, guys, Sammy Watkins, if he stayed healthy this entire year, and I know it's a big if, and I don't want to get into the if game, but I'm just saying, Sammy Watkins is a formidable receiver. One of the reasons he isn't good when he's on the field is because of the injuries. He's not able to build that chemistry with his receiver. When you're in and out all the time, it affects your play. So I think Mahomes has been look, this game, he just had a good game. Didn't even throw to Tyreek Hill, hardly. He threw that touchdown to Tyreek Hill and hit him in the helmet. The heck was that?
He should have scored on that goal line run. I don't know why they call that not a touchdown.
Was that a touchdown? It should have been.
A touchdown.
I thought it was. I don't know. I didn't really
know how
I didn't really think about it.
that
I
it
just
was.
assumed when I saw it, I just assumed it would be a touchdown.
I don't
But
know
it
how they
wasn't.
called it. Like that was the most ridiculous call I've
You
ever.
think it was blatantly a touchdown?
Yeah, he was clearly over the line, but they just couldn't. I don't even know how they overturned or like they couldn't even see. Like I don't get it. I
That's
don't know,
weird.
man.
So what I think they need to install balls with chips in them, and then once the chip crosses the goal
Yeah.
line, it should just go off like what's that? What's the Craig? What is that? What is that show on Nickelodeon? The Rock.
Oh yeah, like
Guts.
guts,
When you
guts.
at the
Yeah,
very end you push that button and
yeah.
this cheap confetti comes out. Yeah, so
The smoke machine.
yeah, smoke
Yep.
machine. So right,
Lasers.
they just have it connected to the fireworks and
There's
the
technology
cannon.
to do that. I just think it's
Oh,
like
dude, the
they're
NFL, so much
lazy.
money.
I don't
That's like
know.
they could invent the technology if it wasn't there. Sensor technology? Are you kidding me? Basic
It's
sensor technology that like
definitely possible.
shows if a kid or a pet or if I put my foot, the
Yeah.
garage door opens back up.
Yeah.
Like, my garage door has that. So I mean, come on, you can't put that in the NFL. So right when that ball crosses, it should be like, dude, this red light goes off like a siren, and then the confetti comes in, and you know, if you're in Tampa Bay, the pirate cannons go off. They
How
should
do
just
they
have
not
it.
have it? Like that's just them being lazy.
Because it's like I don't how could you see when there's like
That's what I'm saying.
there's like 2,300-pound men hitting
There's
each
no
other, and then
way,
there's a
yeah.
small tiny ball in the exact middle of all that, and I'm supposed to be like, he crossed the goal line on a QB sneak, or the running
You
back.
just put one
the,
chip at one tip and another chip on the other tip, and then
There's
you
something,
it's not that
or
hard.
four
Like,
chips or
you
whatever.
get it.
We're not sensor scientists here, but you just put a couple chips in the ball, and I don't know. It's so you're mad because Mahomes didn't score.
Well, I was playing against him too, so it's like it was.
Come on, Tyreek Hill didn't score. That's a win-win.
Yeah,
I
that's
like
a win.
that.
That's a win. I'll take it.
Roger says Watkins is a bum. Yes, it is true, but I'd say it's because of the injuries, mainly
Yes,
because of the injuries.
and he's been playing. He was playing on the Bills for a long time, so.
I think people think Mahomes, Josh Allen. Okay. Josh
Wait,
Allen for MVP.
Oh, okay.
Okay, good vote.
Good analogy.
What a waste of a vote. You're a disgrace. You disgrace this live chat.
That troll comment?
Yeah, it's a troll.
I like it.
Josh Allen on the Madden cover. Nathan Peterman. Come on, dude.
God,
You can't.
Nathan Peterman.
You're an old troll. Go back to your old troll cave. That's
Go
such
under
an
the
old
bridge.
Come on, you got to troll better than that. See, Josh Allen, that's at least relevant. Everyone forgot about Nathan Peterman. Come on.
Not Bills fans. I'll never forget.
Andrew Luck, LOL. What is that? Trying to be funny. Moving on. I guess Mahomes is the
Yeah, I guess that wasn't a good question.
Mahomes is the MVP, guys. Thank you.
I mean,
Congratulations.
pretty easy.
Rookie of the year. I got, I may have missed some names. You guys are good with the suggestions in the live chat, I see.
Mm-hmm.
So, who do you guys think should be rookie of the year this year? I got Saquon Barkley, Phillip Lindsay, Baker Mayfield.
I think those are the three, if you had to say.
Who do you think?
I mean, I gotta go Saquon. I mean, I have him on the Couch League, so I've seen him play all year, and he's probably a future Hall of Famer at this point, as long as he doesn't get injured, knock on wood. Lindsey had a great season, though. That's not to say. Like, Lindsey was undrafted. He is like 5'7". Like, I don't know how he wasn't even supposed to be in this conversation at all. So if you're gonna go with like who the most improbable person would be, it's definitely Lindsey. Baker, obviously the number one pick, so he should have been the front runner, but his season's been up and down. But you got to give it to Saquon.
It's got to be Saquon. He's
got to be.
And this is why I don't pick Todd Gurley in the MVP, because it's his team. Like, yes. We've seen, do you really think Todd Gurley was a different did he weigh 30 pounds more? Did he not practice when he had that horrible year? No, it's because the team sucked. It's because he had Jeff Fisher as a coach. That's why. Saquon Barkley is not even on a good team. He doesn't have a good O-line.
Horrible.
Just like in college.
Horrible quarterback.
Yeah, not a good quarterback. Not a good team. Not a good offense. And Didn't he play the Bears and still do well recently?
Yeah,
Oh my God. Like, are you
he's
kidding
matchup
me?
proof.
Look at what Gurley did against what did Gurley do against the Bears? How many fantasy points was it? I don't know,
It
something
was
so
low. It was like
horrible.
sub 10. Yeah,
Yeah, it was so horrible.
it
What
was
does
bad.
Saquon do? Ball out. He's getting
He's the
tackled
real
at
deal.
the for a negative 5 yard loss, jukes 7 people and makes a big run out of it. He does it once a week. It's incredible. And I think in my dynasty league, I have Mahomes, Kittle, and Saquon. My bench isn't that great, but I think those are the 3 best players to own in dynasty at their position. And I don't even think it's even close.
No, it's not.
Mahomes, well, that's not even. I mean, it's not even a
That's,
debate.
I mean, come on.
Saquon, you can
What are we
say
talking
Gurley, but I mean, come on, dude. Saquon's like, when you have a team like the Giants, you can't get much worse. I mean, you could, but you can't get. They might get better. How about if they get a better O line? That would be great. So I guess you can argue Gurley would be better. He's maybe a year older, but I like Saquon, man. He's a rookie. He's younger. He's still a rookie. It can get better for him. And then
Yeah, once they change quarterbacks, it will.
Yeah, once they make some draft picks and things, a better O line.
O-line?
Yeah,
Yeah.
He's like, what
Start
is
there?
Saquon would be like, what is this? An O line? Never seen that. Haven't seen that before since high school.
He's a legend already, man.
Maybe his O line
telling
sucked
you.
in high school too.
And his name's like so unique. It's like LeBron. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Very like
Saquon.
Saquon. You don't have to add anything. It's like, oh, Saquon. I know who that is.
Yeah, legend. What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
And then George Kittle. I mean, young tight end. You seen pictures of George Kittle in college?
George Kittle's not a rookie though.
But still, I mean, who else for dynasty? No. We're talking about different topic
Oh, just
here.
dynasty.
Best
dynasty
dynasty at the position for my team.
Sorry. You're right. Yeah. Kittle. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think Kelsey's 29, so you're only gonna get 4 or 5 years out of him.
Kittle's like already. He's already the best Niners tight end in history.
Oh God,
that's so who else? Up. Like as long as he stays on track, like he's clearly the best tight end we've ever had.
Who do you know? You're friends with Brett Jones' daughter?
Yeah, Brent Jones. Yeah,
George Kittle's better.
Yeah, George Kittle's much better for sure. Like Brent Jones would love to have that talent. So he's amazing.
You taking Saquon's over Gurley for #1 pick next year? I don't know yet. Okay, I don't know yet.
I don't know about that.
I don't know yet. I don't know. I don't have my rankings. It's close though. But man,
I think you got to go 1 and 2 them though, right? Like 1 and 2.
Yeah, maybe. Gurley is on such a better team, so I might have to go Gurley #1.
Yeah, that's true.
It's such a better team. I don't know.
Where's Bell getting drafted next year?
That's a great question. What teams are you gonna? No, it's gonna be more drama. I hate the drama when drama's okay actually if it's like for a couple days or a week and then it's done. This Le'Veon Bell drama is 2 years, dude. Like this is it's annoying.
Still unresolved. We don't even know like what's happening.
It's like having a cute pet or something that's always like, and then it's like, shut up. Shut up! I'll put you up for adoption. You stupid. You're getting annoying. If it's cute, it's nice the first few days. It's like, a little drama adds a little spark to my life, a little something. And then it's like, no, I'm done. No. I'm over this.
Taking it back.
Somebody please sign him. Get off the jet ski and sign a contract or retire. Yeah, just like I'm tired of this, dude. Like
get out of 11.
Yeah, I mean, just think about it. Like, if I say I didn't like drama at all, like you can say that, but I mean, a little bit of drama is okay. It makes it more exciting. Something happens right out of the norm, and it's like okay. But this Le'Veon Bell, too much drama.
Stay away. Let someone else have that headache next year.
Go ahead and ask some fantasy football questions, guys. While you guys are asking,
Here we go.
I do have a big announcement. Saturday. On the live stream, on the main channel, I'll be having a major giveaway. This is going to be the best live stream ever. Okay? Saturday, 7:30 p.m., week 15, giving away. We're doing 1 week live drafts on Drafters. I'm giving away a mini helmet signed by Saquon Barkley.
Whoa. I might have to join this.
Yes. It can
I
fit
want
on your
that.
I'm playing. I want it on the
I
I
want
want it
that.
on the shelf right here. If I win, everyone's gonna accuse me of
Who
cheating,
cares?
whatnot. It is what it is. I don't cheat.
As long as you know you did it.
I mean, it is what it is. I haven't won any of the jerseys or something. You've seen me. I come in second place all the time.
Yeah.
So I haven't even won one of the jerseys. I really wanted like the Jerry Rice jersey, DeAndre Hopkins jersey, a couple others I really wanted.
I'm winning this.
We'll see. We'll see. So and it'll be we'll be giving away cash too.
Whoa.
To the top finishers. And the entry fee will be very little. What do you think would be a good entry fee for this?
$10.
$10. How about $0?
Whoa.
Oh, for free.
What?
That's what I'm talking about. You're going to be getting in here for free, guys. It's going to be absolutely for free. Well, it's not my company. It's Drafters.
Oh, okay.
Drafters loves me, and I love Drafters.
Me too.
So we're going to be doing it. I think it's going to be, you can enter up to 5 times. So the entry is going to be completely free. So guys, make sure you're tuned in. That's going to be on the main channel. So open the YouTube app, go to Fantasy Couch channel, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you won't miss it. Make sure you hit the bell icon and have notifications turned on. Set your alarms, everything for 7:30 p.m. And it's a couch contest too. It's going to be open up for the public, limited spots, but Couch is opening it, so I'll be opening it up. Mike's going to be playing. I'm going to be playing. It's going to be cracking. So let's go to some questions. All right,
let's go. My favorite part of the show.
When it gets out of hand?
Yeah, I just love these questions, honestly.
Can you imagine Jimmy G and Kittle next year? Well, every time I imagine it, I get too excited. That's what happens. What a Germ. Do you guys remember Germ from the Couch video? Did he shine?
Pay me for that Kide bet.
Did he he shined in the video, right? He did the wrestling move. He did the stupid bet. People remember Germ. He was wearing a Jimmy Garoppolo jersey, so I'm sure he'll get excited too. But yeah, and Marquise Goodwin too, and Pettis. Dante Pettis is a baller.
Pettis. He is. He actually reminds me of Deshaun Jackson when he was good. Like he has that kind of like, you know, big play potential, great return man. He has a knack for scoring. Like he's that type of player.
Chris Harris compares him. The guy got fired from ESPN. Chris Harris compares him to Keenan Allen. It's a perfect compare. Keenan Allen used to return kicks in college.
Oh yeah,
I think he still returns. Not now, but I think he did for a little bit in the NFL. Yeah. And you know, he could play slot. You know, he's runs the routes. He's quick.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hopefully he's not injury prone like Keenan Allen.
Oh yeah.
That's what we don't want.
Keenan Allen at least getting injured once every other year at least.
Dude, what is that? I don't get it. Like he's a big guy. Like how is he getting injured so much? I don't know. Oh, strange.
This one sucked though. It was on, you know, he tried to make a crazy grab and he landed on his hip.
It was a good catch. He made that too.
He was slightly out of bounds while he fully got control, but that was, yeah, that's crazy. Kittle is the best tight end next year. I'd say no.
No.
Kelce, so my argument was for Dynasty.
Yeah, Dynasty.
I think with Mahomes, Kelce one more year.
Gotta have Kelce, yeah.
Maybe it changes in 2 years, but Kelce's just disgusting.
He might be as good as Ertz, though, next year. You could say that.
Oh, I don't know. I tried to trade Ertz for Kelce straight up, and it was Cuddy wouldn't go for it, and it would have worked out for me. So, Kelce's better, dude. Better team, right? More scoring.
No, but I'm saying,
quarterback.
Do you think that Kittle is at least on the same level as Ertz next year?
Oh yeah, he could be. He could be the second best tight end. Oh, I thought you meant Kelce versus Ertz.
No.
It could go Kelce, Kittle.
Yeah.
Then Ertz in regular leagues.
Like he's doing this with Nick Mullins. Like imagine if he had a good quarterback. Like it's crazy.
This is a total throwaway year for the Niners.
Yeah.
So it's like
we want that #1 pick. We want Bosa, baby.
Imagine when Shanahan starts clapping. Not a Jason Garrett clap. I'm talking about a Shanahan clapping when it's spring training, when it's training camp, and we're like, guys, we're going to the Super Bowl, and you got George Kittle, you got Jimmy G,
healthy McKinnon, maybe. Hopefully.
McKinnon, third down back. That's what
$40 million third down back.
He's been reduced to like a.
God, that was the biggest disappointment, I think.
Yeah, I drafted him in 2 leagues. What can I do?
I'm glad I didn't.
What do we got here? Winston versus Baltimore or Lamar Jackson versus Bucks?
Easy.
Baker versus Denver. Pick one, please. We're going Lamar Jackson all the way.
Baby.
I mean, we're slip and slide, diving in head first in the front yard. Lamar Jackson, do or die. Go hard or go home.
Live or cry.
Adam asks if Odell is out, DJ Moore or Humphreys. I'm going DJ Moore. And then it says, thanks for telling me to start Damian Williams. I tell you to start Damian Williams and you come on the show and troll. I'm not 100% sure if that was you trolling before, but that's how you reward me. Actions.
Put some respect on his name.
Yeah, actions speak louder than words. I told you to start Damian Williams. Come on. Come on, that's huge.
I can't believe how good that was. That
was so nasty, dude. He could be like a top 5, top 3, top 2 running back
on the Dolphins ever.
Well, that's the Dolphins. Who is good on the Dolphins?
That's true.
Lamar Miller wasn't good on the Dolphins. No one was good on the Dolphins.
No one has or ever will be besides Larry Zonka. So,
was Ricky Williams good? That's
Ricky Williams,
crazy.
He was good.
Why? What is this polarizing figure? It's like he has to be a bust or he has to be really good. Like, can he just be? He's just good, huh? Like he was good. He had
Ricky Williams.
Yeah, he was pretty good. Why does he have to be like, hey, he's bust or he's great? Like, why is it?
That's because he was the #1 pick and Mike Ditka traded all his draft picks. For
so it's the hoopla. It's all that set him up. So now.
Contact.
Now
and he won the Heisman, so
all eyes on him. And then he did a little bit of puff.
He wasn't great. He was good. It's kind of like Reggie Bush. Like he won the Heisman.
Yeah,
he was drafted high. He just wasn't good though. Wasn't great. He was good.
Yeah, Reggie Bush became basically a kind of a pass catching back, and he
like
kind
McKinnon,
of became a good back. Yeah, McKinnon. In a way, yeah. In a way, we're all like McKinnon. He's in a way he was like McKinnon. Matt Ryan or Russell Wilson? I think I'm going Russell.
Russell.
Because I think this is a Tevin Coleman type of game. The guy you just dropped.
It's an Ito Smith game.
I mean, ain't nobody starting Tevin Coleman this week unless you're. I know.
Go ahead. I hope someone picks him up and does.
In the I can't even
consolation bracket league.
If you're in the consolation ladder, that's gonna help your team out.
For sure.
I don't think top 4 though. I don't think semifinals. That doesn't scream. You know what? I think I'm gonna start Tevin Coleman.
Yeah,
dude, you're not starting Tevin Coleman in the semis.
Nope.
I just can't do it. There's no way. My DNA won't allow me to do that.
He's not even the best. He's like Ito Smith's backup now.
They both suck.
Yeah, they both suck.
They're splitting. You have to combine both of them to get like a like a Lamar Miller.
Yeah.
To get like a startable, like a low end RB2.
He messed up, man. It was his contract year. All he had to do was do good, and he had all the opportunity when Freeman went down. And you just couldn't.
Hey, some team will get him for cheap, and then we'll see.
Niners.
No, we have enough running backs. God,
Stop.
Shanahan spent way too much on
Raiders.
McKinnon.
That's true.
Bears D or Titans? Titans play. Who do the Titans play?
It doesn't matter. You can't bench the Bears D, dude. You cannot bench the Bears D.
Titans is one of the most up and down teams. Start the Bears D. There's so many ways they'll rack up points.
Yeah. It's the Bear. You're really benching the Bears D at this juncture because of what? You're scared of Aaron Rodgers and his
Aaron Rodgers beat them the first week, and the Bears D still did good. So now it's in Chicago, and the Bears are rolling. Rodgers said,
and they have Khalil Mack now.
Kickers included. I don't know. I don't understand that question, Roger. Mr. Beast, Chubb or Michelle? Go Chubb.
Chubb.
Yeah, go full Chubb for sure.
Full Chubb here.
Kicker whisperer. What is all these kicker things? Are you guys gonna congratulate me for dropping Michael Badgley?
Wow.
On live YouTube?
On live YouTube? Whoa.
I dropped Badgley from every team.
That is bold, man.
Every time I did it, it was scary. I was like,
But what was your thought process? I'm just curious. What was your thought?
So I kind of like to keep this thing secret, but I do divulge. No, it's all good. I do divulge some of my tricks. So the main reason with Badgley too is the Chargers, I figured, would not be settling for field goals. I felt like they'd have to play catch up against Mahomes, and in this situation, it 100% worked out. That's how how you think the game script would unfold. Did unfold like that. Chiefs scored a bunch of points. Chargers couldn't have kicked field goals. Whether it's 14-0 or 14-7 or 21-7, you're not like, let's kick a field goal. That's a smart move. And then the cherry on the top was that they went for 2 at the end instead of an extra point. So now Badgley was a huge bust.
Yeah. Good job.
It's always luck involved with that to some degree. But the thing why I'm so much better than most people is because most people don't put any effort to kickers.
That's true.
They just go with a projection or go with this kicker's good. And so like Jason Myers isn't even on my top 20.
Whoa.
He's amazing as far as talent. He has good kick power, very accurate. And he's been consistent, but I'm not starting Jason Myers in the semifinals. This is basically the same reason you're not starting Tevin Coleman.
Yeah.
Like, you're not doing it. I'm not starting Jason Myers, dude. Like, I'm not doing it. So what I did drop him for Dan Bailey. Now, very scary, because they're like, you asked, should I drop Fairbairn today? Like, no. He's elite. He's top 5. He's probably, my 5th ranked kicker this week.
Oh, good.
Overall.
Good. I'm gonna.
And, only guys like Zerline and Tucker are ahead of him. So Fairbairn's elite. So guys like Fairbairn weren't available in my league, and they weren't available in most the lineups I was hacking. So I went with Dan Bailey. I feel like the Vikings should dominate this game, and I feel like Dan Bailey, he's been accurate his whole career. Not great this year, but I feel like he'll have opportunities, and the Vikings will settle for field goals. So no matter what, I feel like there's several ways that Dan Bailey will score, whether it's extra point attempts, settling for field goals in the 4th quarter and 3rd quarter, getting in the Vikings moving the ball, getting in the red zone, or the Vikings defense completely dominating the Dolphins, maybe getting some turnovers, so on and so forth. I see a lot of ways Dan Bailey to score. I'm very nervous of this, but I think it's safe to say that Dan Bailey over Badgley is looking much better now that Badgley has 3 fantasy points, I think. Right? 3?
Yeah.
Did he score 3?
For sure. Yeah, 3.
3 fantasy points. That's all. I see you guys with the inside jokes. Somebody typed on this one draft that they're going with, they wanted Groningen, a player named Groningen, and it's been sticking, and so we tried to figure out who it was, and the best we found out, it was Edelman, but I think he was kind of fantasizing about Gronk too, so a little bit Gronk fantasy, and then he's tried to type Edelman, and then he got Groningen. So Groningen
sounds Irish.
Groningen, that dirty Groningen, he has no skill, drinks too much.
He's always at the pub.
Always at the pub. Never puts in the work. So Groningen has lived on via YouTube live streams, and it's been going on strong for 10 weeks.
Wow.
Groningen has lived on, and in PPR leagues, legend has it he's a must start. Randall Cobb or Corey Davis? I guess I'd
Randall Cobb? He's still
go with Corey Davis. That's a bad player to have in Dynasty. Randall Cobb. Been on the decline. Been on the decline since after his 3rd year, probably in the league. I'm going Corey Davis, right?
Yeah, Corey Davis for sure.
I mean, the real answer is go pick up a player off waivers.
Anyone else?
Assuming there's not that chance.
Gotta be someone better out there.
John asks, Jalen Samuels, if Connor's out. This Jalen Samuels character is really getting on my nerves with the questions, because people ask Samuels, because there's a Curtis Samuels.
Oh, yes.
So people ask like Samuel, and they get the one that has an S at the end, the other doesn't, I think. And they get them all mixed up, and it's like, And they also get Jalen's name mixed up. So somebody just asked a really crazy one. Didn't make any sense. Anyway, Jalen Samuels or James White PPR. If Connor is out, you got to go Jalen Samuels.
Mm-hmm.
If Connor plays,
Oh, yeah.
we have a very complicated situation.
Connor's not playing. I'm going to say that right now.
He's not, but let's just say the off chance, because I talked to Dr. Raj, and he was the one telling me basically like Melvin Gordon may not play this game. You know, if you watch any of my videos, guys, I was telling you like, hey, Chargers are playing games, guys. Like, I don't think Melvin Gordon's gonna play. They're just playing games with us. I think they knew he wasn't gonna play.
He's not, yeah.
But no, I'm talking Melvin Gordon. So James Conner is unlikely to play. So yesterday I said 25% chance James Conner plays. Mm-hmm. Now I'm saying maybe 33%. Whatever. He's probably not going to play. The thing is, if he does play, he's going to probably be limited. So
yeah, for sure.
Me and Mike say he's probably not playing. If he plays, I guess you have to start James White. If he doesn't play, definitely start Jalen Samuels, no doubt about that.
I've seen in some leagues, which was weird, that Jalen Samuels is eligible for the tight end
in
spot.
Yahoo. In Yahoo,
I was like, how though?
He used to
Does
be.
He ever
he used to be tight end. Yeah, he converted to running back.
That's so weird. Like him as a tight end just seems so strange.
And Yahoo is a news site focused on news, and people seem to forget this, that Yahoo is a news website and focuses on stuff like news and email services.
Now they're a fantasy website.
Well, that's not even top 7 on their list. And also ESPN is not a fantasy site. Now for ESPN it's a much bigger thing, but ESPN's main focus is not fantasy either, guys. People seem to forget that. So people are like, "Why is Justin Jackson's project like, dude, don't worry about Justin." I was like, if ESPN or Yahoo says Justin Jackson's projection is 0 or it says 100, it won't affect me with anything. It might make a cool meme for me. It might get me some likes on Instagram. Other than that, I don't care what the heck that says. Better for me. I don't care what their projections say.
Damn, I wish I could start Jalen Samuels as my tight end.
Oh, so it's not in your Yahoo league, I guess, huh?
No, it's in my NFL.com poop league, but it's all good.
Well, it could be like this one guy who I said to bench Kittle and start Jalen Samuels, and he went off.
Why would you tell someone to bench Kittle?
In the tight end? Why would you not start a running back, running back over Kittle? Now you say that. But I don't know. Last week, if you would have said that. This is what it's like. In hindsight, you're like, oh, what are you, idiot? He scored 34 fantasy points, you dummy. Yeah. But before, it's like, oh, starting running back
against. You're right. Yeah, you're right.
Listen to this. Starting running back against the Raiders.
You're right.
Or George Kittle, who just had a bad game. Well, he played Broncos. Actually, good matchup.
Oh yeah, Broncos.
But Nick Moore, I'm like, dude, tight end's so inconsistent. I'm going Jalen Samuels.
Yeah, you're right. I would have done that.
In terrible.
Yeah.
Okay, what else we got? Deshaun Hamilton or Cortland Sutton? Why you got to hit me with the harder question?
Yeah, geez, it's like
I know a way we can ignore this one.
Yeah, let's ignore
it. Look at Cortland Sutton's injury. Keep track on his practice participation levels, and only then can we make a good decision. I feel like I can't.
Hamilton.
Okay, let me at least give him one thing. So Sutton is going up against TJ Carey and Deshaun Jackson going up against Terrence Mitchell. So if they were fully healthy, I think we might go Cortland Sutton.
Yep.
But he's not. We have to keep tabs on that. I really wanted to start Gordon this week. Well, that's too bad.
So did everybody.
Mariota or Drew Brees? Start Brees.
Is that a troll question?
No, that's Beast. Beast is never a troll.
Why would I don't know.
People are scared of Brees. You know how it is.
Why?
Recency bias.
Oh yeah.
He's asking a question.
Like Mariota?
What do you want? You prefer the hard questions over the easy? We just dodged a hard question.
That's true.
Now we got an easy one.
You're right.
So you say something smirky and then move on. Don't be like, "What's wrong with you?" Come on, don't dwell on it.
Sorry.
Jonah asks, "I had Mahomes and Badgley and versed Damian Williams in Final 4. Well, you didn't listen to me. You didn't listen to the kicker. When the kicker whisperer whispers, you listen. Mike started Cody Parkey. Why? Because he had one good game. He thought he was the kicker whisperer. He quickly realized he wasn't when Cody Parkey hit the uprights 4 times in one game. was like, don't do it, Mike. It's windy. He's not as talented. Mike's like, well, yeah, whatever. Hey, start Cody.
Whatever. It's just kicking.
Kicker schmickers. And then what happens?
Schmickers?
Could have been a bad word. It means nothing. Groningen is a legend, yes. Groningen
rules.
Groningen. It's so bad because it was some guy, you know, just some poor guy. I think it was Jules from the Facebook group.
No.
He was drafting with us live and he was having fun and he was like, it's like, dang, I wanted to pick Groningen there. And we're like stuck for the whole live stream was focused on what happened in round 4 in the draft. Like, we were just trying to dissect it like a CSI. Like, what happened here? Did he want Gronk? No, I was like, Gronk was taken. I was like, Edelman, way too early to draft Edelman. I was like, it has to be Edelman, guys. It was probably autocorrect or something. I don't know. Autocorrect gone wrong. Tried to fix his autocorrect. And
autocorrect gone wild.
Or he had like a desktop wallpaper or on his phone, it had a picture of Gronk while he was trying to pick Edelman. That could have been it. Who knows? The mystery is still there. Regardless, Groningen...
It's better we don't know.
Is a legend. Yeah, that's what makes it better. We never know.
Makes it better. Yeah, I don't want to know what he was doing.
I'm starting Groningen in week 16 though. Go hard.
I'm keeping Groningen in my keeper league.
But you can only keep one player, Mike. You're gonna use it on Groningen?
Yeah, I have to.
The legend must live on some way.
Yep, it's the only way.
Not a troll. I actually started him, and I'm in first week of a 2-week champion. We don't. Sorry, we don't remember.
No.
I appreciate you not trolling though. My money league, I never scored less than 94 points. First round of playoffs, I scored 68. 68. That's almost as bad as Gerb.
The infamous Gerb.
Oh,
game.
He was talking so much trash, and then. I'm not even focused on the couch league because I got a lot to focus on. I really want to win my playoffs. But Mike keeps texting me about the hit, you know, because he's in the playoffs. So I'm like, all right, let me check Mike's score. And it's not even the story. Who cares? And then I see this score. And I'm like, did Jeremy drop all his, like, did he bench all his players in spite? And I'm like, he's not that type of guy. And I'm like, there must be a glitch then. Because Jeremy wouldn't do that. You know, he's not a sour grape like that. No. He'll get sad and stuff, but he won't be like, you know, ruin the league for anybody. Like, he's not that type of a petty, vengeful guy.
Petty, yeah.
And
he's actually prideful.
Yeah, he's prideful. Yeah, definitely he is.
Which makes it even better.
Yeah. Well, yeah, this makes this better.
He tried.
So I'm like, it's a glitch. So I click on it, and this dude started all his right players. Well, what he thought. And he's put up 32 fantasy points total. That's less than half, bro, of what you just said. 68. I mean, that's like, that's death. Yeah, Jeremy had 30. Look, guys, this was his starting lineup off the top of my head. Jared Goff, negative 0.3. Jordan Reed. How can a season be fulfilled without a Jordan Reed injury? Jordan Reed got injured. LaShawn McCoy, hamstring injury.
AP, he had AP, right?
I think he started AP. Who else? Oh my god, it was
horrendous.
Awful, guys. 33 fantasy points.
Even if you tried to like field a pool of players worse than that, like it'd be hard.
Dude, my kicker scored 17.
Yeah. Crazy.
Just my kicker alone scored 17. Like, I think Eric Ebron for me scored 16 and Badgley scored 17. So right there, it's already his total.
That's what you get, Jerem, for not paying your hide bet yet.
Yeah. Oh, he was talking so much trash during the draft. He was like, "Brain, what is these rankings? Like, why is LaShawn McCoy ranked 24?" 20. He just kept like dwelling on that. Like, yeah, dude, he's not. I just wanted to make it clear to everyone not to draft LaShawn McCoy. That's what I was trying to.
Things have changed since you were last the best player.
Bro, he drafted such a good 2014 team. He's like Deshaun Jackson, Jordy Nelson. Like, dog, this is not 2015, bro. LaShawn McCoy.
AP. Well, AP was okay.
It's still good, but yeah, still. It was like it was the all 2015 team. Like, bro, no. That's what I was trying to accomplish when I ranked him so low. I was just trying to let people know,
Deter
like,
people.
don't
Yeah.
draft LaShawn McCoy. Just avoid him. You don't have to draft every player. You just don't. You don't have to be like, oh, this player, that player. What about this player? No, just some players avoid. Maybe you're wrong. Maybe you're right. With LaShawn McCoy, I was right.
Well played, sir. Well played.
People are talking about Jason Garrett clapping. Randall Cobb or Corey Davis answer that. That's what happens when you talk trash. Karma bites you in the end.
And that is truer words have never been said.
Germ's not listening to this. Highly unlikely Germ's listening to this podcast, but Alberto has some.
He doesn't know what a podcast is.
He doesn't know what that is. Alberto has some words of wisdom for Germ. You have to retire after 33 fantasy points.
I mean, he should.
You definitely cannot hold the belt in your hands or carry it on around your waist or hang it around your shoulder.
He had the first pick too, by the way. He had the first pick.
Le'Veon Bell first pick.
Bell. So he just picked the worst team, and then it just snowballed from there.
Yeah.
This draft and then snowballed.
Taysom Hill.
Playoffs. That's the crazy, like, unfathomable part about it is like he had a decent record somehow.
Yeah. He was in that 5.
He had a better record than you.
He was in a 6. He beat me.
He beat me. Like, that's crazy.
I benched Luck like an idiot. I started Ryan Fitzpatrick.
I beat him, but
that game, Ryan Fitzpatrick threw 400 yards, but 0 touchdowns. Yeah. No touchdowns.
That's crazy.
So I mean, like, I'm not like blaming myself that much. Like it was dumb. I should have, did it. But I was like, I think he's gonna throw, man, and he did get the yards. 400 pass yards is pretty rare. Like that's a big number.
That is rare.
But threw a couple interceptions, 0 touchdowns though. Not even a rushing touchdown.
He's in the Hall of Fame. You know that? For like he had that streak in the beginning of like consecutive 400-yard games, and his jersey got put in the Hall of Fame.
Ryan Fitzpatrick?
Yes, and then the next week he got benched.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Joseph says Taysom Hill going to mess with Brees numbers, but to your point, you don't have to put in a Taysom Hill for Patrick Mahomes though, because he is quite the athlete. Just making a point. You know what I mean? You would never do that, right? You'd never be like maybe once or twice, but if you have Patrick Mahomes, I'm not sitting him out for a gadget player. Not for
never do that.
Taysom Hill. But Breeze, he's not the best rusher, so
Breeze can't run, so you kinda
he's kinda quick, but more for like quarterback, like great pocket. He's quick on his feet, but you don't want him, taking off. No. Jonah asks, Njoku, Vance McDonald, Uzama, or Vernon Davis. Wow, we got a tough one.
That is a tough one.
You need me to repeat it, Mike?
I'm just gonna go with my gut here. Wait, who was the second one?
Just again, Jonah asks, Njoku, McDonald, Uzama, or Vernon Davis?
McDonald. I have a good feeling.
And I'm going to go, just a second. I really want to go with, I think Vernon Davis you cross off because the quarterback situation.
Yeah.
Uzama, touchdown dependent.
And
he's not that good. Yeah, he's really like the third string tight end there. Yes. So it's between Njoku and McDonald.
Yep.
And guys, I think this one's a really I think I'd lean towards Njoku if he's fully healthy, but it's very close. So I'm gonna leave it at that. Mike says McDonald. I say it's dang near a tie between Njoku and McDonald. That still was helpful for this guy though. That's very helpful. Good. We crossed off 2, and then we left you with 1.5 tight ends to pick from.
I just don't think Mayfield like targets Njoku.
He spreads. He spreads the ball.
Yeah, he just does.
He really spreads it. He throws to Chubb. He throws to Duke. He throws to Callaway, Higgins. Yep. He threw to Bashard Perriman one time.
Yeah, he's a spreader. He's a spread guy.
Yeah, which makes for a good quarterback. I like that in him, but not necessarily when you're trying to pick a receiver on the Browns.
Yeah, exactly.
Also, Beast defends himself against you and says, the reason I asked is because Breeze hasn't been himself lately. It's not really Breeze, but it's what I was talking about. Teams have figured it out. Hey, guys, it's 3rd down. Kamara, Michael Thomas. Like, let's defend these guys.
One of them, or stop both of them.
Yeah. Ben Watson's 37? 37 years old? 39, something. He's old. He's old as heck.
He's old.
Seahawks or Bills D?
Seahawks.
I think Bills D.
Against the Lions?
Yeah.
Well, who are the Seahawks playing again?
They're playing in San Francisco.
Oh.
Good question.
Okay. That is a good question then. I don't know. I just like the Seahawks. It's a rivalry game. They know us well. I just think they're gonna get up for that game. The Bills really don't have to get up for the Lions. It's just another game for them.
It's just a warning for those who would start Breeze. Oh, this guy probably owns a Taysom Hill jersey. Burden was a huge disappointment. Beast thinks Njoku out of Njoku and who's the other guy? McDonald.
Yeah.
Good question here, and I'm gonna look this up for you guys. So Super Bowl predictions, Mike. Ooh. Start talking.
Chiefs. I think it's just a team of destiny, and I think the Rams have been great, but I don't know. Goff hasn't been that good lately, and I think, it's whoever's the hottest quarterback at the time, and Mahomes he's that guy, and I think they just complete the season with that.
Odds. What about a second team to make it to play against AFC, NFC? So that's AFC. That's your AFC team, huh?
Yeah. Well, obviously you gotta think like the Chiefs could still. I mean, not the Chiefs. Sorry, the Patriots. They could always be in it because it's the Patriots. You know what I mean? They always find a way to win. They've been there before. Belichick knows every situation. Tom Brady's the GOAT. Like, they can make it too. Somehow.
Okay, that's another AFC team. All good, all good. Look at this. Guys, as of December 4th, here are the odds.
Rams.
I'm going just in order.
Okay.
Opening. Oh, updated odds. Sorry.
Oh.
Dang, I wish I can. So actually, the Saints. 3-1.
Ooh, that's a good bet though. To make
5
it or win.
Oh no, sorry. Okay, so number one. Okay, sorry guys. This odds are fooling me. Number one, most likely team to make it, and then we'll just go down the list. It goes number 1 Rams, number 2 Saints, number 3 Chiefs, number 4 Patriots, then Chargers, Steelers, Texans, Bears, Cowboys, Vikings, Seahawks. Now this is December 4th. We'll just go off this. So Vikings,
so the Chiefs are 3-1 to make the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
That's good. I would bet that. Oh yeah, I like that.
Los Angeles. So I think somebody's talking about the Cowboys. Yeah, so I think the Vikings, they kind of blew it. They may not even make playoffs. Ravens should be higher. Maybe Colts go up a couple spots, and that's about it. So Colts are pretty low. So I think the Cowboys, the Bears. I love the Bears. Taylor Gabriel's on that team, and I root for him. So tough.
Turbo. What up, Turbo?
That team is just balling. Best defense. You think best defense in the league?
Oh, yeah. Hands down. It's not even close. Who's second? I don't even know.
Yeah, who the heck? That's
the Ravens.
Who the heck is? Yeah, Ravens.
Yeah, Ravens.
Texans just after the first 3 weeks, like they've just been on fire.
Right.
Or what? I just said 3 weeks, but since their first couple games, they've just been on a tear. Yeah. I mean, seriously though, Bears. They have the defensive backs. They got Khalil Mack. Even when Khalil Mack's not playing, it's a really good defense.
Yeah.
So when he's playing, probably one of the best defensive players in the league, at least like top 2 or 3. It's just a crazy defense.
They might consider. I mean, if I'm the Packers, I might consider like just benching Rodgers. I don't want him to get hurt. He might get hurt.
Oh God, another caller.
He might get hurt against Khalil.
Yeah. So I really don't know what the Super Bowl prediction, but like I said, I like the Cowboys, the Bears, the Texans. I think the Steelers are not going to do it. I think they're
the Chiefs can play the Rams, right, in the Super Bowl.
Chiefs, Rams, yes.
Oh wow, that's my prediction. Chiefs, Rams, and then Chiefs win. That's my Super Bowl.
Chargers, of course, Patriots, Chiefs. I think the Saints will unfold. I don't see them winning. Maybe they'll make it, but I doubt it. And of course the Rams. So I know I just named a bunch of teams, but I thought it was a good topic.
Anyways. Good topic. Locks of the week.
Yeah, Beast says my Cowboys versus the Chiefs. Roger says Saints versus the Chiefs.
Sure.
Jonah says,
whoever.
"Damn, I just realized if I start Njoku, I'd have 3 Browns in my lineup, along with
Ugh,
Jarvis and Chubb.
oof.
That would I put
Yeah,
it
it's not
like
that bad.
I put it like that would make me less likely to start Njoku. So I'm not saying like, oh, you don't want to start Njoku because of that, but
Yeah,
that would make me
like
less
the tiebreak.
likely to start him. It might. It might. I mean, you got to think about it. So, because that's
You
too
want to put
many.
all your eggs in the Browns basket.
Yeah, like
If
I sometimes put all my eggs in the Chargers offense or the Chiefs offense. You know, like a team that I know is going to score a lot of touchdowns, and I just
yeah,
say
but
what
the
it's almost like
Browns.
betting on a team.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
betting on the Browns going against the Broncos, which could be kind of a low scoring game. That pass rush, those edge rushers are disgusting. Bradley
Disgusting.
Chubb and Von Miller is just it's gross. So a couple things can happen there. A couple bad things can happen for the Browns. Just a little
You know
bit too
Chubb,
much.
Nick Chubb and Bradley Chubb are cousins.
They are? Wow.
Yeah,
I didn't
they
even know
are.
that.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Mind blowing,
Dude,
huh?
Broncos were like, we got to draft Bradley Chubb. Like when they fell to
Yeah.
him in the draft. It was like I thought
It's a
the Browns
no-brainer.
might take it, but a lot of them won though. That was some great picks. The Browns drafted Baker Mayfield, great pick. Denzel Ward, shutdown corner.
Oh, great pick.
Yeah,
That was a
and
great.
I
They actually nailed the first two pick or the
yeah,
first
and
two picks. Yeah.
Chubb's great pick too.
Yeah, I know. I mean, the Browns could have messed it up. Like there was
Oh, they
many
could have.
combinations
Yeah,
that they could have done with the first and fourth picks, but I think they did it right. Like they got it right.
yeah. So, yeah,
Unless they they drafted Saquon first, and then no, they didn't need to because they have Chubb. So I
That's
think
why.
they,
That's why I think
yeah,
Chubb's such a good pick. Obviously,
yeah,
Saquon's
yeah,
way better, but getting
right,
Chubb that late, look. I
yeah,
don't know the exact draft, but guys, but I imagine Rojo. You know, you had like Ronald Jones and
mm-hmm,
Royce Freeman. Like you could have won
yep,
with those guys, and you got Chubb. So that was a great running back to
great,
get that late. I thought
uh-huh,
Chubb was good. I didn't think he'd be this good. I mean, guy's amazing.
no,
He's catching passes too. On top of
he's an
that,
elite back. Next year he's gonna be a first rounder for sure.
you
Yeah,
think first
high first.
rounder?
Oh yeah, I like end
He's
of first.
really good.
I mean,
Like.
you got to.
Like they were like, we guys, we got to start playing Duke Johnson more. He's an excellent receiver. And then the coach was like,
Mm,
you know what? We'll just play Chubb on every down because Chubb can catch the ball too. We'll go back to benching Duke Johnson. They don't
yeah.
need
Who
that
would you
guy.
rather have next season, Chubb or Lindsey?
Probably
Chubb.
Chubb because of the no committee there.
That's true. Yeah, I would say so.
Yeah, just because Lindsey's smaller and there's still a committee. Like Royce Freeman's still getting his touches. It doesn't. It just no one's talking about because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
But he's still getting he's still getting double digit touches, which is like not the ideal situation. Like Christian McCaffrey's kind of not the old school workhorse, but there's no competition with touches though
Mm-hmm.
there, you know. So
Mm-hmm.
that's why, and that's really the main reason why he's small and the touch it, you know, no competition. So but I love Lindsey though. I mean, he's great. He runs so hard.
Yeah,
Um,
he's good.
let's do the locks, and then if you guys have a couple more questions, sure. Locks of the week. This week I wussed out. I didn't want to do it. I don't want to do a lock of the week. I don't want to do it. I'm scared. I'm gonna stick to fantasy. Mike, give us a
Good.
lock of the week.
Okay, so as you guys know from past episodes, I like to do teasers. I just like it because I don't, it gives you a little bit of advantage because I think the Vegas lines are so close. Like they're really good. So you need a kind of like a buffer. You know what I mean? So the two games that I've chosen to focus on are the Seahawks versus Niners. I have Seahawks plus 2.5 against the Niners if you tease it. So that's pretty good because I think the Niners, I mean, they have to be playing for the number one pick. Like if they win this game, like they're dumb for that. They have to just lose, get the number one pick. They're in the lead for it. They can't afford to win any more games. So Seahawks are a better team anyways. So they should be able to win by over a touchdown. So getting plus 2.5 is really good in that situation. And the next one is the Bucks at Ravens. Ravens minus 1.5. I think the Ravens are a much better team. They're at home. The Bucks are going to be struggling to score on the Ravens, and minus 1.5 is great. I think the Ravens should also win by at least a touchdown, in my opinion. So tease those two games, and I think those are the locks. I like it.
Somebody asked, Roger asked, how do I get in one of your leagues? And it's first come, first serve. A lot of people want to get in the leagues, and I always do first come, first serve, because it's like, if you're a hardcore fan and you're following all the time, I just feel like that's what's fair to get in. Like people that, just come in September and leave October and like pretend that they're huge fans. Like, nah, I want people that are always tuned in. So the best way to get in the leagues, it's all, like I said, it's always first come, first serve. People think like I make money off of these. No, I do it for the fans. It's a lot of work for me. And it's kind of stressful, and I have to be a commish. Once you're in one of my leagues, it's going to be a good league. You're going to get a real commissioner. I'm going to actually play. I'm going to try to kick your butt. And I'm going to be a good commissioner, as like the best I can. I'm actually pay attention to it, the whole shebang. So when you're in the league with me and the Couch fam, it's going to be legit. Everyone has to pay up front. So make sure you are subscribed to both YouTube channels, have the bell icon turned on, have notifications on so you won't miss any videos. Make sure you're following closely come June, July, maybe even May, I don't know. But usually around June, like late June, early July is when I start making announcements. And I make several, or at least like one heads up. So I'll be like, all right, guys, this is what's going to happen. Get ready for this date. Make sure you have Venmo, if not have PayPal. Like I make sure everything's clear. I usually accept payments through Venmo, and it's first pay, first serve. The buy-ins I decide later. So I don't know what the buy-in's going to be. It's usually around $25. Something that's cheap, but enough to keep people still competitive and wanting to win a real cash prize. So like this year we did one for 25 or one for 20 and one for 30, something like that. Last year we did one for 20 or 30 and one for 50. So it'll depend. And I know how people are like, oh, it should be like, well, I mean, you don't have to join, it's all good. But I'll decide and I'll make it clear. And it's going to be at least a 12-team league. I know that. So this year, I'm in the playoffs in this one. The Couch Subscriber League is a 14-team league. And I think that was a $30 buy-in or something like that. So, okay, everyone's showing off how much their buy-in is, 100, 150. Well, the Couch Fam League's a $100 buy-in. So there. And I play high stakes. And I play high stakes every week. So I do this. But I want to keep it, I also want, people that don't have a ton of money, like college students, 19-year-olds and whatnot that want to get in. That's why I make it like that. I feel like $10 is way too little. But I keep it around there, some from $20 to $50. And that's how you get in. And also go to Facebook, because I'm going to have a league just for Facebook, and search Fantasy Couch Fam. I'm going to type it in the chat. Fantasy Couch Fam. And request to get in the Facebook group, because I have one league for just the Facebook group, one league for just YouTube. That's how I did it. I'll probably do it that same way this year. So that's how you get into a league. It's a lot of fun. It's a great community. Like I said, I'm the commish. Beast says it's the best community on Facebook. Yes, best fantasy football community, guys. You have to join the Facebook group. People create accounts just to join it. Okay, one last question. Ian Thomas or Uzama? I'm going Ian Thomas.
Thomas, yep. Okay.
Okay, that's it, guys. Make sure you guys do join the Facebook group, Fantasy Couch Fam. Remember, on the main channel this Saturday, 7:30 p.m. Eastern, we will be having the best live stream ever. Completely free fantasy football contest. Top finishers will win real cash prizes. First place will win a mini helmet signed by Saquon Barkley. That's correct. Make sure you subscribe to both YouTube channels, Fantasy Couch and Fantasy Couch Podcast. Visit ProFootballFocus.com because they're our sponsor and we love them. Make sure you subscribe to the audio version of the podcast on Apple, Google, Stitcher, or Spotify. I'm Hussein the Brain for Mike Mattal, signing off.